What happens when a ship's engine goes on fire? Neville Jones tells us in the next installment of capturing vital moments in Barbadian seafaring history, in this chapter of an ongoing series with the Ministry of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, recalling the lives and times of Barbadian seafarers. The art of being a seafarer is a tradition that entails a mix of abilities and posts. Each of those career choices posed unique responsibilities integral to the successful operation of schooners and other vessels in olden times. Many Bajan seafarers worked in such vessels and were well prepared for working in foreign maritime industries. Here are some of those recollections with men of honor telling our story.
I started on the schooners down on the Pierhead. That time you had to start there first before you could go on big ships. And at that time the shipping office was where the old immigration office was. It was there, and then it moved to the Spirit Bond. And I started on those schooners. I had to hide from my mother, because they said that the men up aboard and such like, for this schooners and things. They don't want me to go to those places. But I hide and hide. And I've been on then I've been on the Darewood and make a couple of trips. And you had to do about 6 to 7 months a year before you could talk about getting a discharge, but they give you a discharge paper first, And then afterwards I went on the dry docking work. Then they move on, then working on other vessels that steel hulls. And then they had a guy by the name of Dawson came down to pick me for Harrison, the Harrison pool, because that was Harrison, Starline, Boofline. And I been there and I got interviewed, because I had the experience of the schooners, And the guy come here, take me, and I start from there. I started on the big shit, but when I used to work on the schooners, it'd be $5 a week. $5 a week, $20 a month. And we used to go like Guyana, Trinidad, St. Vincent, go down to Guyana with marl to put in sugar ground. And we come back up with wood and coals and rice for mast schooners. It was owned by a lot of Bajans here. And then I went to the Harrison. When we went in there, I went in there to SOS, Junior Ordinary Seaman. And that's how I get that book. And from there, I was getting £25 a week this time again. It was dollars on the school, but £5 a week, which is 20 pounds. And then if you want more money, you gotta go and set your certificates. So I did set my certificates in London. And then I moved up to be an AB. And then that was £80. I think the pound was $4.80. And then plus we had to join the union, because when the strike when the white crew strike in England, they take us and sail us, And then the union in England said, well, you got to join us too. Yeah, so we start, then we just start going up and going up. Yeah, I wasn't in the time with the Panama Canal, but a lot of Harrison ships get blew up inside there. We had to go all around the Cape, right the way around, and back. But then started it open back, and then we start going through there. So they take it. We leave Liverpool. It takes us about 2 weeks to get to South Africa, and then from South Africa now to East Africa, the next 10 days or so. And then we would transfer from ship to ship. And then Harrison faded out. And then we went for the super tankers, the big shell tankers. And that's where we started seeing pirates. They would try to climb board, and they didn't have the guns and things like before. And the captain, you would go up on the deck and the holes and things around them. Yeah, that's the only thing I could tell about the pirates. And then I was on, Michelle was on a ship that blew up and killed 4 fellas. We left the Gulf and we was going to Sweden, then from Sweden to Liverpool. And something happened on the pump room. See bodies man all about the place, head off, foot, chief engineer. I was up with the bow at the time. And the boss was up there with me. So he said, man, bear fire down there, don't go down there at all. So we decided to throw the rafts, get the rafts to throw overboard, but you couldn't do that, right? Because we was in fire party. So the alarms went off, so we had to get down there. We did get down there, they had the like boats ready. And we had to stop and fight the fire. And then the fire service from Sweden there came. And they out the fire. The engine was still going all right. We managed to sail to Scotland. Yeah, we were able to sail to Scotland. But there's so much things I could talk about if I could remember. I could remember the time I was in Kenya, in Mombasa. Mombasa and Kenya about the same thing. I think Amen was giving trouble in Uganda, so a lot of people ran over to Kenya. So the police used to hold the black fellas because they don't know who. So I don't think at that time we had IDs. So they let go like the white men, the Chinese and things. Let them go. They hold the black hold us. Because we had ID. Where ID is? Barbados never know where part is. You know where the place. I trust the cells, man. Some fellas get away and some get caught. But afterwards we didn't stop too long in there. They missed us off with the ship. And the agents came for us and then they said sorry and blah 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 blah. That didn't make it. It happened already.
Many Bajan seafarers worked on schooners, supertankers, and other vessels, and were well prepared for working in foreign maritime industries. Look out for other recollections soon. You can also follow the Ministry of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy on social media.